Nice.
Okay, welcome to the Karen Mitches podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Today we have Steve Appleyard.
You know who I am. It's okay. You guys know who I am. You guys know what I do.
How are you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. It's fucking miserable out, but other than that,
it's a winter that's now melting.
It's disgusting out. It's disgusting out today.
I feel like this is the thing people don't know about winter, is just how gross it is when it's in the middle.
Like people who don't know winter in Ontario. Yeah. No, it's horrific. If you're going to come to Toronto, anyone out there, if you're thinking about coming to Toronto, come during the summer. November 1st hits. Leave. It's disgusting here. It's raining and gross, and there's snow on the ground. I don't know how that's possible. It's disgusting.
We are challenged as a people.
Yeah. Well.
Have you lived in other parts of Canada?
Other parts of Ontario.
Okay.
Just Ontario. I grew up in Windsor.
So are you guys very snowy in Windsor?
Not really, no.
Is it like Toronto?
Less than.
Okay.
A little bit. Like the weather's more like, it's more or less the same, but
yeah.
I would say like a little, like a degree or two warmer, a little less snow. Like when I was home for Christmas, I was talking to Chris Gerasimo. Are we allowed to say other comics' names on this?
Sure.
I was talking to Chris Gerasimo, and he had a gig in London, driving from Toronto.
Yay, London, my town.
Yeah, shout out London. Shout out like London Knights. Yeah. John Tavares, let's go. I'm just gonna start digging deeper references.
Let's just talk sports.
The sports talk with Karen Mitches. That's unreal. So he had to go over a show from Toronto to London, and this is between Christmas and New Year's. And he said the 401 was fucked. It was snowy as shit here.
Shit.
It was like horrible here. And in London, It was just like terrible. And he's calling me from Windsor, and I'm like, there's nothing here.
London is always snowy.
It's a snow belt.
Yeah,
it's that geography.
Nothing to do in
shit.
London but shovel snow.
Yeah. And fentanyl. Don't forget about that. That's very important these days.
We got all the white powders.
Yeah. No, London's cool. Me and my buddies used to go to London for New Year's every year.
What?
Yeah.
It
was London. That. Okay, so fuck. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin for this. So we had my group of friends growing up in grade school. And then in high school, in grade 10, this one friend of ours, he moved from London to Windsor to our high school. We played football with him for a couple years. We ended up being really good friends. They moved back to London with his family, but we never lost touch.
Nice.
We never lost touch.
Friends forever.
Yeah, exactly. So we would all there was 3 of us. We would go 3 to 4, depending on the year. We just bring a big group of degenerate guys, and we would go up to London, and we would just destroy the city for 4 days. God.
London loves having a big group of degenerates guys show up.
Unbelievable. We would go. This is how crazy we were. When I was about 20 years old, 19 years old, we started doing this thing where everything we did in that from the 27th, 28th to January 1st, 2nd is when we would go. So from the 27th to New Year's Eve, everything we did in the city was a competition.
Oh shit.
Everything we did in the hotel room, everything we did in the city, everything was a competition. And there was a point system. We had a point system. So winner is 4 points, 3 points, 2 points.
So is there an ultimate winner?
Yes. And yes, but ultimately it's the loser that you don't want,
yeah.
You don't want to lose because then the loser has to do something stupid.
Oh, okay.
So over when I was 20, I think, it was the first time we ever did this.
Yeah.
It was this point system thing, whatever. I lose the first year.
Did it have an overall name?
We just called it the London trip.
Okay.
If you're the London trip, you knew lock the fuck in. Lock in. There's gonna be some crazy shit that's going down. And we did we're filling out our time during the day, so we would just explore whatever's going on in the city or fucking go bowling or something like that. Anything like that was doing to extreme stuff to it's -5 out. We stand out in our boxers who can stay out the longest. Just crazy shit.
I love it.
Yeah, and I lost the first year.
Oh no, the first year.
The first fucking year. I lost, and my punishment was I had to wear, the green, the mankini Borat.
Oh shit.
I had to wear that in the middle of the dance floor on New Year's Eve.
Oh no.
That was my punishment.
What bar were you at?
Jax.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I had to go. I lost. I had to do this mankini thing. Bright green, just like Borat.
Oh my god.
In the middle of the club. My friends.
And you were 20 years old.
I was 20 years old. My friends have a bunch of videos of me in the mankini.
Oh no.
I think last time I saw them when I was home for Christmas last time. I don't think they have them anymore. I was hoping they still did to hang on to those precious memories.
Now you're a comedian, so it's helpful.
It's actually great. It's perfect. I didn't even think about that. I just personally, I think it would warm my heart to see it.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, that's how guys are. Anything real heartfelt, it's like, okay, whatever. I'll see that. I'll shed a tear because it was the funniest thing I've ever done.
Are you still friends with every single one of those guys?
Yeah.
Do you ever get rid of a friend?
Do I ever get rid of a friend?
Are you somebody who has all your friends from your whole life?
Mostly. Yeah, mostly. It takes a lot for me to I have to cut someone off hard. It's all that group of friends. There's a few guys in high school where it's yeah, you meet a bunch of dudes who said this is like a cliche almost. It's you meet 4 dudes when you're in grade 2 and then you just never make friends the rest of your life.
That's what
I have friends in different phases of my life. I feel because it's those guys are core friends. I'm always gonna be lifelong friends with those guys no matter what. And I have college football buddies.
Yeah.
Who are I'm really close with, but your schedules don't always work. Right? Where so I don't see them all the time, but I'll always be friends with them. Now I have comedy friends, acting friends. So I have friends from different things that I'm doing. And then I think there's the friends that I've lost, so to speak. It's less me just cutting off or finding. I'll put up with way too much.
Yeah, I feel like boys are weird. They tolerate a lot.
What do you mean?
Boys will just have
we don't cycle through friends. My bad.
Have a friend they grew out of at age 12, but he'll just be the weird guy in the group for forever.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, just never.
But you need that guy though. You need because you need a little bit of that seasoning. You know what I mean? You need an off-putting. Yeah, it's true. It's true because then okay. One, you need a lightning rod.
What's the lightning rod?
Someone who everyone talks shit to.
Oh yeah.
Who's we're oh, I like this, and the one guy's I like this. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You need one. It's hilarious. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. But you love that guy. You do love that guy. You got to let him know. You got to give him love sometimes. Make sure you're not just bullying your friends. We're mean. As guys, we're very mean to each other.
Who is wilder, your high school friends or your college football friends?
It's not even close to my high school friends.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Though that's where
it's I was the crazy college friend because the high school friends were all nuts.
Yeah.
We were all crazy.
Because I felt movies told me I'd have college friends who were crazy, but I went to university in London where I grew up, and so I for the most part hung out with my high school friends who were, I don't know, I just feel if you got into college, you're more organized.
Yeah, in just terms of doing wild shit, no one in college was doing mankini bets. That's weird and crazy.
Yeah.
But there was I had one teammate example when I was playing at Mac. This guy he's a different type of crazy, especially I knew all my friends in college were football guys.
Yeah.
So that's a different type of crazy where it's this guy has half a beer in his system and wants to fight everybody.
Oh shit.
And I'll never forget on my
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Do you have something?
No.
Okay. I have a story.
Yes.
Yeah. So on my 21st birthday, it's my 21st birthday. We go out. We're preing in the dorms. We're doing all the college stuff. It's fun and whatever. We go to this bar. It's my birthday. All my buddies are buying me shots. This, that, the other. It's great. We're having a good time. About an hour in. So maybe this is around midnight, 12:30. About an hour in to getting to the bar, fucking this guy that I came with starts I can see the look in his eyes. I can see he's about it. He's so ready to fight. And he sees this guy, and the guy is nope, I don't want any of that. The guy walks 2 steps. He turns back around, goes to get this guy. The biggest bouncer I've ever seen in my life comes, throws him out of physically throws him out of the bar.
What?
Physically, and this guy is a 6'2", 210-pound linebacker. And this bouncer is just like fucking Andre the Giant. I don't know. He's fucking enormous.
Yeah.
So he physically throws him out of the bar. Me being me, I'm like, I'm for the boys. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna name it. I almost just dropped his name. This guy's done. I'm done. We'll make sure he's like fine.
Yeah.
I'm fucked up anyway. I had a good birthday. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So me, this guy, and then my other buddy, he's like me. He's like, all right, let me come with. We all go down the road. There's a main street, and then there's a Big B, like a convenience store across the road. Right?
A what?
A Big B.
Big B. Okay.
It's called the Big B. Trust me, that's important.
Okay.
The reason it's not just a convenience store, it's a Big B. We get your stuff. My buddy gets chewing tobacco. The crazy fighting guy, he gets like M&Ms or something. I just walk out. The guy who bought the chewing tobacco at first, he walked out. I walked out 2 seconds later, can't find him.
Oh.
I call him. I go, where are you? He goes, I'm at the Big B. I go, what do you mean you're at the Big B? He goes, I'm at the Big B. Where are you? I go, I just walked out of the Big B. Turns out there's another Big B on the other corner. So he just wandered from one Big B down the road to another Big B. Which, if you know him, you know, like, he's just wild like that. You're just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense, but you're Steph, so sure. So as I'm going to go track this guy down, the guy with the M&Ms, he's hawking them at cars.
What?
Going down this main road in Hamilton. Hawking them at cars. Fight me, pussy.
Throwing candy.
Fight me, pussy. Fight me, pussy. Yelling it. All of a sudden, car pulls over, gets out. I'm up the road. I'm turning down. I'm like, dude, what? You don't throw cars at M&Ms at cars.
Yeah.
This guy pulls over, gets out and go, clocks my buddy right in the face, just goes and drives right off.
Amazing.
Fight me. It's like veins sticking out. He's like, stop out, fight me like a man. Ah. And we end up walking him back to the dorms. I get a text at 5 p.m. the next day. He goes, bro, I just woke up. What happened last night? I'm like, you're an idiot, bro.
It's like combination alcohol.
Oh my God. It was insane. Yeah, I mean, he's walking CTE, this guy.
I want to know
I like him, but he is.
I want to know more about the guy who got out of his car to fight him.
That's just Hamilton. That's just Hamilton. Have you ever been to Hamilton? It's a dirty, dirty place.
I feel like the only time we went to Hamilton was to see something at Cops Coliseum. Because, like, there was a point we didn't... Anyway, so we were always... We weren't, like, hitting the bars and, like, moving all around. It'd be, like, pre-gaming. But, yeah, I didn't spend much time in Hamilton, so I don't know.
There's a couple good bars in Hamilton. There's a couple fun bars in Hamilton. There's, like, Hess Village. That's where that happened at. Is, like, Hess Village. And then there's Dirty Dogs. That was all time.
Okay, so I would
Sorry, I'm
Hess
saying that
Village,
like you know what it is.
Early in the night, and then
yeah,
I got no idea what you said after that.
Dirty Dogs is a bar.
Dirty Dogs.
It's like more downtown. It's not in Hess Village, and it's a country saloon. It's like Dirty Dogs and Club 77. It's the same bar. You pay one cover for the same bar. So one half is like a club.
Yeah.
With like fucking dance music and shit like that. And then the other half is like a country saloon. They just play like that kind of stuff. I don't like country music, but the vibe was off the charts. It was undeniable.
Yeah. I would, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The vibe, and like you would go, you'd have a football game, and then everyone's just crushing Dirty Dogs after. It was unreal. Unreal. My buddy would get, so he's like 6'7". He's really tall, 6'6", 6'7".
Why are they making people that tall?
Really big. He's from Belmont, not really London, but
okay.
Like country.
But no,
outside
yeah,
London.
I kind of feel
it's like rural London, kind of. Yeah. He would go and he would get drunk and he would kiss the bouncer on the top of his bald head. Yeah, Rex. Shout out Rex.
So you were playing football at Mac.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Awesome. It was unreal.
And are all football guys fighters?
No. I think like it definitely, how do I word this? It definitely happens more per capita than the regular public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's like, 70 guys on the team. Per 70 guys on football players, per 70 guys on like in the general public.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have more guys that are like my buddy throwing M&Ms at cars asking people to fight. You're going to have more of that for sure.
Yeah.
But like to say like everyone is like, no, there's just as many dudes. Like I have a buddy who plays in the CFL right now. He's a giant offensive lineman, 6'5", 320, 330, just like a bear of a human being.
Yeah.
He's got a gut, like you will break your hand punching him in the gut. Like he's just a monster. Sweetest guy I've ever met in my life. But when he gets on the field, you turn that switch.
Yeah.
He knows how to like do that. But like day-to-day stuff, he's not looking for fights. When we go and drink, he's looking to have a good time like a normal person. Like,
where are
not
you
looking to fight.
size-wise? Like, are you...
In
Let's
football
say, what's
terms,
your position?
I played linebacker.
Okay.
So I was like kind of short for a linebacker. I was like a shorter, stouter linebacker. So like I was 215 when I played, like an ideal playing weight, which is like 40 pounds lighter than I am now.
Yeah.
And just better. I was just a better physical human
Yeah.
being then. And then I'm about 5'11".
Is a linebacker like a tough guy position?
I mean, yeah, it's just like a cement head kind of position. So your job, like, you have to be smart and you have to be able to, like, obviously, I'm going to say a bunch of shit. How much football do you know?
Very little.
Okay. You have to be able to run around and be a good athlete, yes, but, like,
Yeah.
your main job is to just, like, hit people.
And that's where they'll say, like, built like a linebacker.
Yeah, like, linebackers typically are very, like, at a high level are very, like, shredded.
Okay.
They're, like, average, like, NFL size is, like, 6'2", like, 240.
What I want to
They're
know
huge.
is, when you were on the field, like, were you in, like, an aggressive state of mind?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
So it'd be like...
Psychopath. Would have murdered someone.
I love
100%. 100%. Yeah, there's a certain, like... That was... Because I'm very much the same way. Like, you know me, like, when off the field, I'm very friendly.
Yeah.
I like team chemistry. I like the camaraderie.
Your comedy is very,
That's-
like, lighthearted. Like, you're
For
not
sure.
on stage, like, yelling about shit.
No,
You're not, like, fuck all it- Yeah.
No.
Like,
But
I like
I
an
think-
angry comedian. You're just not one of them, right?
For
Like,
sure,
you're-
for sure. I think being upset at things all the time, though, is a weakness in
Yeah.
general, not in comedy specifically.
Yeah.
Being upset about things is a strength in comedy, actually.
Yeah. But being
But, like,
angry is kind of different than just having, like, enjoying being in an aggressive state.
100%. 100%.
So wait, when you were, like, when did you tap into that? Like, were you a kid when you started
13,
football?
yeah, 13.
So you were like...
Yeah, I grew early. I was in the ninth grade. I was 5'9", like 200 pounds. I was just like a big, strong, chubby kid. So I was chubby, but I was also like ran track.
Okay.
Like I was fast at that
Yeah.
point. Because I mean, mostly because I just outgrown everyone, you know. But I had some good speed for my size. I could run with receivers at that size. So, I didn't know anything about football. All I knew is that, like, oh, big guys play it. That's pretty much all I knew. I was a hockey fan mostly, like, growing up. Didn't really play much sport. Played a little soccer. Ran some track, like, earlier than that. Didn't really, like, do anything. And then football was like, oh, this is, like, I can... the first day of practice, we're getting in stances, like 3-point stance. And we're just holding it. We're building, like, fundamentals, stuff like that. I go to the coach. I go, I don't think this is for me. Because I'm strong, but I'm just a chubby kid. And, like, getting into, like, a stance like that and having my legs shake and everything. I got this clunky helmet on. I'm sweating. You know, I got these bulky shoulder pads. I'm like, I don't think this is, like, he goes, get yourself a mouth guard. Come tomorrow. I promise you, you'll love it. And I go, okay. I told my mom that verbatim. I don't want to do it. Coach said this. And my mom reluctantly, she said, okay, I think you shouldn't do it if you don't want to do it. Well, we'll get you a mouth guard. They said, yeah, get a mouth guard. We run a hitting drill. It's called an Oklahoma drill. So basically you have two really big guys that are about a yard apart. They hit, and then you have a guy with a ball and a guy ready to tackle him. There's a running back and a linebacker who run full speed and meet in the hole. We did this drill, but the big guys were also like 10 yards apart. So you have two massive bodies slamming together as fast as possible. Sorry, I just fucked up the mic there. And then you have a ball carrier and a tackler coming as fast as they can. So, like, there's 4 13 to 14-year-olds running full speed, ready to take each other's heads off. That's, like, what the drill was. So my job was to hit this big guy. The ball carrier was behind I was playing defense.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I'm hitting the offensive lineman, and then hopefully the guy behind me can tackle the ball carrier. So he goes, hut. I ran. I hit this. I remember saying to the coach before this, he goes, hit him as hard as you can. I said, are you sure you want me to do that? because when I was like grade 7 and 8, I was the big kid that was always told, you're bigger than everyone.
Yeah.
Watch out, you're going to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So I went, are you sure you want me to do that? And he goes, absolutely. He goes, let's see what you got. He kind of like wrote it off like, okay, this kid thinks. I hit this kid so fucking hard. He went down. The ball carrier went down. The kid fractured his arm.
Oh, shit.
And I went, this is the game I am meant to play. This is it. And I was chasing that dragon for 10 years. It was great.
I love it.
It was great. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's great. It sounds
So
like,
when
but
you
I
went-
know when I say this, it sounds crazy. Sorry.
So when you went to practice every day, it was fun.
Oh my God, yeah. It was miserable sometimes. Like practicing on a day, we wouldn't practice in,
Not
January,
quite this
but
cold,
like
but
sometimes.
like
It's
wet
deep
mud
in November and stuff like that. Yeah. Or like even deep October got really cold sometimes. But like raining, mud, practicing and all that can be miserable. Playing in it is fun.
yeah.
Playing in it is so much. Playing in the cold, in the snow is unreal.
It's funny because when I grew up, like I didn't go far with sports, so I never got like the audience. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
Like game day. Like I never had a lot of people watch me play
Oh,
I
okay.
played basketball like
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
game where people watch,
Yeah.
but not like
You didn't grow your audience?
I wasn't like I'm just trying to think of like
You need clickbait to grow your audience as a basketball player?
just like as an athlete, like before you did comedy, you had that performance experience. Or do you relate it at all?
Yeah, that's all. Especially when I first started doing comedy and acting, I would relate everything to football. Everything. Whether it was more like abstract or more direct. Like something more direct would be like when I first did like a short film. It was before I did comedy. We're doing blocking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is like running a plays. This is a playbook. He's like, you're going to go here. You're going to stop on this line. You're going to turn this way. You're going to go like this. You're going to react. I'm like, oh, you're just like, I'm running a post. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking that way. I'm like, oh, it feels like a playbook when it's blocking. So it made sense. That's how I like make sense of me. Well, no, yeah, don't hurt any unless the scene calls for it. Yeah. But yeah, that's like kind of how I made sense of things like early on. I'd be like, oh, this is how this would be in football. So this, or even like the way you move up and things like that. That took me like, I still struggle with that in terms of like the way you move up in comedy, in like the business side of it. Playing sports is like there's such a structure to it.
Yeah.
I'm a high school football player. I'm a college football player, and I am a backup. There's like, you know what I mean? I played Division II football. There's like a very like structured thing to it where it's like, if you've made money doing comedy, you can say you're a pro technically. Because where I come, not where I come
no
from,
one like ranks you and says
right. There's no like, what's the difference? A professional, an amateur, an up and comer. Like we just throw these terms around. They don't fucking mean anything. Not really.
Yeah. Even like there's this classic like Nate Bargatze joke where he starts his like album out. He suddenly decides he's gonna quit comedy, and he's like, but like who do you like? You can't just like call up Cosby. Like who do you quit to?
Yeah.
Right. And it's like this constant thing in comedy is like no one like when you play sports, there's all this like system that you go through, and adults who are like telling you, hey, you've got a shot at the next thing. This is what you've got to do.
Exactly.
Like, you know when you win, you know when you lose.
Exactly.
Like it's not
everything's
about
very,
like how
numerical.
much people in the audience like you. It's about like, did you do your role on the team?
Yes. Yeah. Audience. Some of the best games I ever played had almost no. I didn't give a fuck about audience or not. It was fun when I get to college and there's actually like people watching and stuff. Like it's fun. But it's not like I had.
Adrenaline isn't from the crowd. It's from like the game.
I could have played in fucking absolute silence and it wouldn't have mattered.
But that's great because then your practices were still fun, and I feel like
it was
the whole
about
way
the
to
game.
get good at something is like to like the doing it.
100%, 100%. Again, this is where I relate like a more abstract thing. Like that concept also applies to comedy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you want to get really good at it and you want to make something, it's like it's showing up and it's like it's like I want to go home and like write.
Yeah.
I want to go home and like make a bunch of bizarre off the wall connections in my head that it's going to make someone. I want to write and laugh to myself like the Joker, giggle to myself being like, haha, this is going to be so funny. Like I want to do that.
Yeah.
I think like people who are really good at it put in that type of work.
And I think people who don't do comedy will be like, oh, it's so hard. But I'm like, no, it's so easy because you have the audience. Even at like the small level, you can just go out any night and get an audience, and you get that rush out of doing it. So like when you're writing it, you're not like, oh, like when someone writes a novel, they need to write it for years before they can get any result. But you can go out that night and share what you think is funny.
For sure. Like so here's my take on that. I think it's easy to be better at stand-up early on, but harder to be better at it later on.
And so what's
like I'll give you an example. So like because as stand-ups, our voice and our like physicality, that's like our instrument, correct? Your voice and your body and like what you say and do and how you say it and your facial expression, blah 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 blah. So if you started day one doing that compared to learning how to play guitar day one, you're gonna be way better at stand-up in comparison.
Yeah.
Right? But then once 5 years goes by, you're going to get significantly better at guitar. You're going to be significantly better at stand-up too. But in comparison, you might not have grown as much as you would as a guitar player.
Yeah. And
Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's something weird where it's like like when you're an amateur, you can sometimes seem like a pro. And the pro thing is like, it's something in like the consistency and the recovery.
It's consistency for sure. Yeah. And what do you mean by recovery? Like
I just think like an amateur sometimes is good, but they're inconsistent. Oh, sorry. With recovery, it's like, it's like if you have like a bad audience and you sort of go out, I feel like a pro is more likely to sort of realize in the middle of the set, oh, this is fucked up.
Got you. Yeah.
And then like do something that like breaks the audience out of their funk.
Yeah.
Whereas like an amateur just kind of like most of the time if I start eating shit, I'll continue to eat shit.
Okay, yeah.
And then somebody will come up on the mic after me and fix it. And I'll be like, thank God that guy was on the show.
No, I completely agree with you with the recovery thing. Yes. I thought you were going more the aspect at first of like, if you do bomb, like a pro will bounce back the next set like easier.
Yeah.
Like amateur. Like my first 2 years, if I bombed real bad, like I was going home and like I was looking for a rope and a rickety stool.
Oh no.
Like I hate it. Like it bugged me so much. It bugged me so much. It would devastate me.
Yeah.
Now like not as much, but that ultimately like I could use that to like I would watch tape relentlessly and be like, where did it go wrong? Why did this happen?
Oh shit.
I would start rewriting stuff. I would start like, so like that, you can use that, which is good. But I think like there's a balance. Like I think I went too far the opposite way where I'm like, I will end myself right now. I hate this.
Did you take your losses in football badly?
Pretty badly. Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty badly. This is a different type of loss though, because it's selfish, but it is true. At the end of the day, like if we lost but I had a really good game, I'd be less mad about it.
Yeah.
Like that, for better or worse, that was a situation. That's a lot of people. It's hard to be really mad when I'm like, I had 2.5 sacks. I led the team in tackles. Like I balled the fuck out.
I did okay.
Right. Like there's going to be some problems. I don't like the way we responded to this. Like I'm still mad about it, of course, but like this is so isolated. And like, if something's on you in football, be like, that's on me. Or you can get on other guys, be like, hey, you need to fix this, that, the other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a defense, we're not tackling well. We're not showing urgency. Like, that's very fixable. Get a fire under your ass, fucking swarm to the ball. Like, I don't want to hear it. Right? Whereas, like, and that would go for, even if I had a good game, be like, yep, you're right. I could do more. That's fair.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, this is so isolated. It's all on you. There's no one else to blame. You can blame the audience, but you'll never, in my opinion, you'll never be a pro blaming the audience.
No.
Ever. It's 100% of the time it's your fault.
And
that's the attitude you have to
blaming take. Like people who blame the audience while they're on stage it's so bad.
You know what? I agree. It's very fucking bad. I was trying to think of a counterpoint there, and I was like, there is none. It's fucking bad.
Yeah, like even if it is, sometimes it is kind of like the audience is in a funk, but the way you do that is you get them out of it. Like,
yeah,
it's not like, because I've seen people, they're not doing well, and then they'll assume the audience doesn't like how racy their joke is, and then they'll be like, you guys are, and I'm like, it's not the content.
It's you. It's you. It's literally you. I will say this, because I do agree. I think there are anomalies that are very good at turning on the audience.
Yeah.
But
Brovo can yell at the
okay,
audience.
thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Brovo's very good at that, but he's an anomaly.
Yeah.
He's not if I was first week into comedy or maybe not me, if I saw someone first week into comedy and they saw Brovo and they're like, I should do that, I would tell them, absolutely the fuck not.
Don't do that.
You're not
No.
Brovo, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Right? But I, like, 90% of the time, turning on the audience, on stage or even off stage, when I hear people being like, that audience sucked. It's like, you know what? Here's the reality of it. Audiences suck sometimes. They're very tough sometimes. The attitude should always be, it's on me to turn that bad audience.
Yeah.
100% of the time. Whether it's realistic or not, your attitude should always be like, it's on me to turn this.
Yeah.
And when I hear, when I hear people like 6 months in that bomb and they go, oh, that just wasn't my audience. I go, hey, buddy, you don't have a fucking audience.
Yeah.
You're 6 months in. You don't have, how many followers do you have? How many people are watching your clips? Oh, yeah, nobody, just like the rest of us. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't blame the audience. You're allowed to have a style, because usually it's someone like super edgy or super fucked up kind of humor that they're not doing well. As you mentioned, it's on them, not your material. And they're like, oh, they just don't like that. It's like, yeah. Until you do develop your audience.
Yeah.
People aren't going to like that sometimes. And like, you should have something in the back pocket to, like,
I think
to
there's
pivot
something
away, man.
too that's like, okay, like I feel like people who like my stuff, maybe it leans more female, more educated, like, I don't know. It's like the kind of people
you do
that
lean
would
educated.
come,
I don't get any of your jokes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
the kind of people that would come up to me after a show and be like, I loved that. It's like there's a vibe. Like I do kind of have like this audience. But then it's like I can make the opposite of those people laugh, because punchlines just, if you have enough punchlines, they're going to work on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know how to explain it, but like when sometimes I watch a comedian and he's like kind of a piece of shit and he has opinions I don't agree with, but I'll still laugh because he's good at jokes.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes,
if you're good at jokes, there'll be people who don't speak great English or who don't know the same shit and references that you have, but they'll get it to a certain extent because you're good enough.
Absolutely.
But then like the people who go buy your album or talk to you after the show, that's your audience.
That's your true audience, right?
But you can't.
Like, you're 6 months in. You don't have an audience. Don't say that wasn't my crowd. It's like, guess what? Until you make decent money doing this, every crowd's your crowd.
Yeah.
Even then, if they're not specifically coming for you, and you're a pro, you're an early pro, like, every crowd's gonna have to be your crowd, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, and again, does that mean it's gonna go your way every time? No. But I think the more responsibility you take on that, the more chance you will get those laughs when you, like, quote unquote shouldn't.
Yeah, and it's like you're learning in harder rooms. Like it might be a bunch of comedians and you get up at the end so the energy's gone. Or like you're competing with like a ball game on TV and trying to get people to, it's like you practice in those harder rooms so you're really good.
That's 100%. I was talking to, when I was down in Windsor this past, like, holidays, I went on the show on, like, the 20th. So I was doing a show, and I was shooting the shit with a guy. He's the door guy. He runs it, and he's also a comic.
Is it called The Show?
No.
Okay.
It's called Windsor Laughs.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like the show that I was on. A show called The Show, it would be. You might be tapping into something there. Because people are just going to be like a show called Comedy Show. That might be worth venturing. Because then people are going to Google comedy show or comedy show near me. So just call your show Comedy Show Near Me and you'll probably sell tickets.
It's that near me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, glad this is recorded. We're going to start a show called Comedy Show Near Me. Anyway, I was talking to a comic there, and he's a pretty good guy. He's pretty good, like, good comic and stuff like that. The problem with being outside of Toronto, almost anywhere other than maybe Vancouver, Montreal, is like, it's hard to get a number of sets in per week.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So he was like, I'm going to move to Toronto, but I'm already doing good rooms here, Detroit, Toledo, like Ohio, and then going up in like Chatham and London and stuff like that. And which is fair. I mean, he might get up 3-4 times a week with good audiences. And I said, but here's the thing you're not thinking about. Good audiences kind of hurt you early on. He goes, what could you possibly mean? And it's exactly to your point. I go, every 2 a.m. with no one there, 2 minutes, every crappy room with, it was a bunch of other comics. We're all just like looking in our books and stuff like that. No shade. It's just what happens. I'm part of it as well. Every like room where people pay $20 and they think, oh fuck, I could have went and drank wine in Christie Pitts Park for less money, or I could have got a cheap fucking Blue Jays tickets, or like the million other things you can do. So they're not easily impressed, and they if you don't impress them within the first 10 seconds, they hate you. Every audience like that, when you do get a good audience, you fucking smash.
Yeah.
You crush. So I'm like, you're working, like you're running downhill right now. So you think you're fast.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Where
yes,
I'm like, if you run uphill and then you flatten it, you're going to fly.
Yeah. I love that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I need to know more about Windsor. Is there like, because Gerasimo from Windsor, but like, is there like a whole Windsor crew?
Yeah. So, oh boy, there's some fucking, I don't know if I'm at liberty to divulge all the tea, but there's a lot of it. I'll say it, and then if we need to cut it, we'll cut it. Good Lord, where do I even start? I didn't start doing comedy in Windsor, so this is slightly an outside perspective.
Okay.
Right? I know guys. I met Chris after I moved away from Windsor.
Okay.
Like I was in Toronto. I did a spot at the old comedy club there. And I met Chris there. This was a couple years ago or whatever. So like, I don't know. I'm just hearing through the grapevine things through people, because I live there and I hang around the scene a little bit after the fact. But Jesus Christ. There was one guy, and you'll find this there's a guy in London like this. There's a guy probably in every like smaller scene like this.
Okay.
Who's like, they almost dub themselves like the gatekeeper of comedy in that city.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Should we be talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We have to.
Cool. Toronto, it's hard because it's so big. But the smaller scenes, there's usually a guy who's like the guy who runs all the show, because no one else does it.
Yeah.
So then they feel like an overinflated sense of power and stuff like that. So this guy, he ran a club, and he was always good to me, to be honest. I never had any like personal problems with him personally.
Yeah.
But I also kept an arm's length because I lived in Toronto. But he always put me on. He always did good for me, all this stuff. So I was like, but then I'd hear things, and then I'd be like, okay. And then I'd see things and be like, okay, I see what you're talking about. Which is like, he'd always like would promise money, and like he never paid people.
Oh, no.
He owed a lot of people money. He owed like the people he was like renting from or whatever money,
no.
like that type of shit. And then eventually he like lost the club. So now he's trying to rebuild the club. And then there was a GoFundMe for like $140,000 or something. So like, to me, I'm like, that club's never getting made. But then, so now there's a new club run by Chris Gerasimo.
Oh, what?
That's the new club's run by Chris.
Chris runs a club in Windsor?
He runs a club in Windsor from Toronto.
That's fucked.
So, because the day-to-day operations of it, like he manages it and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then they only run Saturday shows. So it's kind of, they don't run any mics. They don't run any like, they used to do Friday, Saturdays. They cut it to just Saturdays, fill the room. This, that, the other. Rate didn't change one way or the other. But like, yeah. That's like the new club. And then like, but the new club has beef with the people from the old club.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because they were like, the guy I just talked about, gatekeeper. There's one guy who's like, he was the doorman and like a comic and stuff like that, and like he would rip off the door 10 times out of 10.
Oh no.
Be stealing money from people. Then this same guy like bugged Chris to like work for him, and Chris is like, respectfully, no, like you have a reputation. And Chris would send me these things. He's like, these weird like videos. Like he had a video of him in a car, video out the window, so it's just a car passing on a rainy day with Stan as the song. I'm like, this guy's gonna murder you.
Oh,
this guy's going to kill you.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's horrifying. And then another video of him being like, come on, man, I can help you out, man. Like I was like, dude, this is fucking weird. Yeah. So all of these guys, a lot of them are before my time. This is just kind of what I've heard through the grapevine. We may need to cut some of this. I'll be honest with you.
You can let me know.
I absolutely will.
A long time
I don't want to air out other people's like dirty laundry. I'll air out my own all day, every day.
I need to know things though. A long time ago when I still lived in London, there was a new gay bar, and I said to like a friend of mine, like, "Oh, that's exciting," and he was gay, and he's like, no, because this is what happens in London. He's like, they open a new gay bar and everyone gets excited and they go to the new gay bar, but then they leave the old gay bar, and then the old gay bar goes out of business. Mm-hmm. And then you were excited about the new gay bar, but it's just all the same people from the old one.
Yeah.
And then like a while later, they open another gay bar, and it's just the same.
It's the same cycle. So when there's a new gay bar opening, the old gay bar is like, okay, we got to make our plans. We're going out of business. Like, we need sell.
But I think in a certain size of town, there's only so much audience. Like, you can't have like 3 goth bars.
Sure. I mean, Toronto, we have a whole village of gay bars, right?
And you have like shades to the comedy scene. So like people who are really one way can do their thing over here, and people who hate that can go somewhere else. And
that was kind of fun. That was kind of, you've been in the city a few years now, right?
Yeah.
Long enough that you remember like the Royal and like Nothing Fancy.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was fun figuring that all out when I first came to Toronto. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, there's comedy bar. I'm like, oh, it's like the preppy cool kids. Okay, cool. Oh, you go down the road to the Royal, Smokers Pit kids. Okay, cool. Yes. Right? It's different clicky. I'm like, Nothing Fancy. I'm like, oh, hipsters.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There was a moment.
I can orient this, right?
There was a moment in time when someone's like, the problem right now with Toronto comedy is there isn't an incel bar, so they have nowhere. But it is kind of like there's these like different shades of it, and everyone needs their spot to, like, even if you go to different places, you have your kind of home spot that like speaks to your thing. Mm-hmm. But when you're in like a smaller community, everyone has to sort of like, you have to butt heads with more of everyone.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think Toronto, there's a lot of overlap, but ultimately like it's way clickier than other scenes that I've been in.
Yeah.
Other scenes that I've seen are very like everyone knows everyone, and if there's beef, it's like it's insane. Here it's like if someone has beef, it's like it's a side plot. I feel like. Yeah. Right? Because it's like there's so much going on.
Some people just never go to one end of the spectrum, and they have an idea of people down there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
I think most people don't go to one end of the spectrum or the other. Most of us.
Yeah.
I think most of us are in the middle. There's like one end and the other end. There's like, should I just call a spade here and just say what it is? Or yeah, you have one end on who are the free speech warriors, who are like just trying to say the most egregious shit possible, covering it under the guise of comedy.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side that is the cancel culture people. You can't say this, they're thin skinned. You can't do that. And they're anti-comedy. So they're both like here's the ultimate definition. You can say politically one end or the other, blah, 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 blah. Here's what it boils down to for me.
Yeah.
Is it funny first or is it agenda first? The extremes are agenda first. Yeah. I think most people in the middle are just funny first.
Yeah.
Because there's a range of where you fall on that kind of spectrum, which is fine. But like, I don't care who you are if it's just funny. If you think funny first,
the one thing that I kind of think though is like the safe mics are great for a certain kind of person who's brand new, and they're gonna grow the best there. And then the most like incel-y is like great if you just showed up and you're like a kind of dirtier comment. Like if you're, but not even that, but just like if you're playing with dirtier material, you're going to be so bad at it at first that you kind of can't show up in the middle and just make everyone feel uncomfortable.
Fair enough.
So it's
That's
good
a great
to just
point.
go to a place where people allow everything and you can just be maybe a bit creepy at first. And then you kind of...
And they're like, we will accept you.
You learn
Yes.
to be funny, and then over here you learn to be brave, and then you can both come into the middle and do shit.
That's a fair point. I might be thinking about it a little too black and white. That's a good idea. Again, I feel like I'm just talking. I'm talking the most shit right now. Do other guests talk like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everyone,
Okay, cool.
no one talks like Jacob Silva.
Was Silva on this?
He was.
I feel so much better.
Favorite guest.
I feel so much better.
I feel like people don't watch his episode enough. It's so funny. He talks shit about everyone. He talks the most shit about himself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone should watch Silva's episode. I don't know why
Okay.
it's not the most popular.
Okay, I know. I'm not talking the most shit. If you've had
You're
Jacob
not.
on this,
You're
Jacob
not.
messaged me like 2 days ago or yesterday, I think.
What did he say?
He was asking because I got the job working on the cruise. So, did you know about this?
Oh, with Callan?
Yes, same job.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this idea. It's something I would never do. But I'm like, I should go work on a cruise ship for 6 months. And then I'm like, I'm just not the person who's
should.
going to do that. But
Why?
you're going to do that.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be you? You'd actually be perfect for the job.
I don't know how to sleep on a boat for 6 months.
You learn. I'm worried about like motion sickness. I get motion sick really bad. So I'm just fucking cranking gravel
So it's the
every
same
day.
job.
It's the same job, yes. We'll probably be on different boats.
Okay.
There's 29 fucking boats.
So is Jacob doing it too?
He wants to do it, so he was asking me like, "Hey, I heard you got it. What
Okay.
happened?"
So is it just you and Callan, or are there other ones too?
Just me and Callan that I know of.
And it's you're hosting on it.
Yeah. So the primary job. Excuse me, that was disgusting. The primary job is like you're running the club, and then you're also running like other events as well. It's not purely stand up, unfortunately, which would be ideal. But you're hosting and like managing the club.
Yeah.
So, and managing, to be honest, is kind of a stretch because you don't have to worry about their accommodations. You don't have to worry about who you're booking. But the company does all that. You're just the show. You're the show manager.
Yeah.
When you would host and timekeep and run a show here, that's basically the job there.
Okay.
So host, I think they said they want you to do like 5 to 10 off the top, and then a headliner comes in and fucking cleans up. Basically.
So are they just like picking up headliners at different ports?
Headliners are not. So my job is like a 6-month contract.
Yeah.
Their jobs are like a couple of weeks, and then they switch to another boat.
Okay.
So they will like drop a headliner off at an island. The boat will leave. Another boat will come, and they'll get on that boat.
Okay.
Right. So
which makes sense because they can't have the same headliner.
They can't.
For the whole...
Yeah, I think it's like 10-day rotations or something like that. And then but my hope is that like, because obviously I'm not headlining, I'm hosting, and then if I do a good enough job, that like headliners from all over the world will come. Some of them might like me, God forbid. And then I can get some, connects from that, obviously, if I get along with someone.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think that's like the number one thing I can get out of it.
And you're doing 10 minutes every show, right?
About
like
that,
at the
yeah.
top. So some of that's talking to the audience.
It's
but...
going to be mostly talking to the audience. I doubt I'll do like too much scripted work. I think they just kind of want the audience loose for the headliner in these types of situations because it's very much like they don't have, to my knowledge at least, like they don't have an opener. They don't have like a feature. Like it's literally host, comedian.
Oh.
It's very like cut and dry. So, yeah, what I'm going to do, because again, you have to rotate and you have to work other events. You have to like host karaoke and stuff. I'm trying to weasel my way into the comedy club every single time. If I have a night off, I'll ask to feature. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll ask for a feature spot. Like fucking let me get a spot. I can do it.
Is
right?
the cruise in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
So you guys like start in Miami
Yeah.
and then just like go through.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You're gonna have such a good time.
I know, it's gonna be fun.
Please wear sunscreen.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna burn so bad.
Is there a gym on board?
Yes, there is.
Are you gonna get jacked?
I want to, yeah. I want this like, it's like kind of corny, but like I want like the 6 months like that to be like the 6 months change your life, like that type shit.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, there's something too about like going away. Like it just triggers you to like be able to make a change in your life.
100%.
So it's like you just have to like make your whole list of like what you want to do, and then.
I mean, there's every opportunity to like change my life for the better. Like I want to come back in whenever I be back, August, September, whatever. Like I want to come back and like be in better shape, have more money, have better experience, have better. Like I want to like come back and just be like just better. To be honest. And then the biggest challenge for me is like it's gonna be very easy to be like, oh, drink on a boat every day in the Caribbean sounds fun.
I knew this guy in the corporate world, and him and his wife, like they spent their 20s working on cruise ships. Yeah. And you could tell like he wanted to be back there because
why would you not?
It's just partying, it's making friends, there's drama on the boat.
That's the shit I'm gonna write about.
Yes.
That's the shit I'm gonna write. I said this. I was talking to Manny the other day, Manny Mangat.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, dude, someone's gonna like cut someone in line for a buffet, and you're gonna have a field day." I'm like, "Yes, that's the shit." Like petty stuff like that is like boat people are gonna they're gonna go crazy for it. Like I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. The drama, and then maybe something more. I'm like, oh, maybe catch someone fucking cheating on someone. I don't know. Someone might go overboard. You never know what's gonna happen. Something crazy is gonna happen, and like, yeah, I think I'll get a lot of material out of it.
So I know, like, you did your football, and then there was like you were into the acting before you got into the comedy.
Correct.
What triggered the comedy?
To be honest, I just kind of fell into it like ass back. I never like meant to do comedy, so I always loved and respected comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy was always one of those things I'm like unreal. I just like I don't think I could ever like stand there for an hour and like I'm like the way they memorize jokes and pull things together. I'm like, man, I could just like never do that. And then I got super fried one day, like just the fattest bong hit I've ever did. And then I took a shower immediately. And you know when you relax, you get like shower thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's like you have like good ideas. So I was like I was high, and I was also in the shower. So like high thoughts compiled with shower thoughts. Yeah. And I just started thinking of like just funny stuff. Like I was thinking about the Mankini story that I was telling you about. I was thinking about this girl I had dated like months before at that time, and like how much of a joke that like whole relationship was. I'm like, I don't even know. I was like, just the dumb stuff that just like didn't work with it. And I started like, I was like laughing to myself out loud like a psychopath in the shower. And then I was like, I should write some of this down. And I would go out and whatever I could remember, write down. And then I did it the next day and the next day. And it kept happening. I kept giggling. And I kept being like, this is funny stories. This is funny stuff. And then I'm like, let me watch a little bit of this. I watch a little bit. Okay, this is great. This is awesome. And then I watch a little bit more. Fuck, maybe I can do this. Keep writing more stories. And eventually I was like, I just Googled like comedy club. I had no idea where to start. Like I know it, like now I'd be like, oh, okay. You start like, there's like starter programs at like Backroom with like the, what's it called? The feedback mic, or like, there's like,
they have Comedy
Dojo. Like there's like somewhere to start. Whereas like, I had no idea. So I was just calling Yucks. Being like, hey, do you guys do comedy? Like I had no idea.
And then did you just go to Yucks?
My first set was at Yucks on a Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
Yep. I was emailing everyone. I was emailing like, so I was living in Hamilton. So I emailed the comedy club there, Levity. And shout out Levity. It's the hottest club I've ever played to this day. It's still my favorite club to play. Emailed Levity. Emailed Yucks Toronto, because that's the next thing that came up. I emailed like Yucks Burlington. I emailed Yucks Niagara. I emailed and a few other things. I emailed like that are more like improv-y, like I think it was like Bad Dog or Mad Dog Theater, or Bad Dog. Yeah, I think I emailed them. They don't even do stand up there, unless you organize a show there. Yeah, you can like independently produce a show there, but they don't run stand up shows like a comedy club.
You were just in the dark, like
I had no idea. Yeah, I just zero things. I didn't know anything about bar shows or like lower key. I only knew club. Like I'm like, you do comedy, go to a comedy club. That's like the only thing I knew. So oddly enough, I got the Yucks Tuesday.
In Toronto?
In Toronto.
Oh,
it was my first set ever. Jesus. And I got an email. So I got an email on like the Sunday saying that I had a spot at Levity on the Wednesday. And then I got an email on the Monday saying, hey, tomorrow you're at Yucks.
Oh.
So I did Yucks and Levity back-to-back for my first 2 sets.
Fuck.
Yeah. And Yucks was like, it was so horrifying. There's a duality. I'll get to both parts, but there's like a duality of how I started. And like the first part of it was so horrifying because you and me know now, okay, you go to an open mic or you go to like the dojo, you go to like that, feedback. If you go over or you fuck up or you do whatever, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If you have 5 minutes and you do 5 minutes and 20 seconds, like no one's really chewing you out except for like, absolute or like, tighter things or whatever. They said, and I've seen people go over at Yucks. They'll give you like 2 minutes before they cut your mic, like 2 minutes over. I've seen it happen. They give a lot of grace. I got this email saying you have 5 minutes. You'll get a light at 4. If you go over 5, we are cutting your mic. And I'm going, oh fuck! Like they take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
So I had this one bit in my head, and this, it was just a story from a few years back at that time, and I was going over it, and I think I did 3 minutes and 45 seconds my first set. So I was so scared of going over.
Yeah.
I was horrible. I'm like, if I get my mic pulled on my first set, like I'm peeing on the spot.
Yeah.
Like it's horrifying. So it went okay. Like I felt decent about it, and like. It was for a first time. I was like, I got a couple laughs, and I felt okay with that. And then I did Levity the next day, and that was like, that's the dragon I'm chasing now.
Because you had like...
Same story as football. First day, I was like, I don't know. Second day, I'm like, this is it. Exact same format. Like the second day, I was like, yes, this is what I was like. I felt great. Of course, I didn't know this at the time, but clearly in hindsight, like, the host and owner Patrick, he was like, hey, this guy's new, he's just new to our club, so the audience is, one, it's like the hottest room in the province to begin with, and two, they're being very like, oh, okay, good, you're trying, so I think I'm hot shit. I think I'm like, oh my god, like this is like so good and whatever. Like that feeling or that rush, that was like, I'm comedy February 9th 2022, I'll never forget. I'm like, that's the day I'm like, I'm in this. And then I started doing bar shows in Hamilton, and I was like, oh, this is what comedy is. Going in, playing for 4 people that don't give a shit. They just want to watch a hockey game and eat wings. Yeah. And they hate that you're there. Like, oh, this is what comedy actually is. Because I thought, like, I'll go hang out. I would always hang out at the club even if I wasn't on, because it was such a great hang, and like, we would hang out. And there's karaoke after the show. We go do karaoke. We go there on like a Monday night or something when it was closed, and a few of us would play poker. Like, it was just the shit. It was awesome. Yeah. It was unreal. And like, I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I get on every couple of weeks and I get laughs. I'm like, this is what being a comic is. Yeah. And then I started doing bad rooms, and then being like, I'm not getting any laughs. Which bad rooms, I guess they're normal rooms. Yeah. They're just not hot as shit that I'm used to. So I would do that, and then I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm not hot shit. I gotta work this out.
I also think like a lot of people, like, they've done a bunch of open mics before they go to Yucks for the first time. Like, they want to be kind of good before they get there. So, like, yeah, it's amateur night, but it's everyone's bringing their A game.
I mean, yeah, if you have the knowledge of that, I had no knowledge. I had nothing going in.
I love, like, the confidence.
I just picked up the phone, but I didn't know. It's confidence, yeah, but it was stupidity. It was like, I didn't know that there was, like, lesser clubs to, like, I didn't know Yucks was something you earned. I had no idea. Why would I know that? I know nothing about it. I went, oh, yeah, comedy club, let's do it. Like, that's it. It's
a very, I don't know, I like that origin story for me. Like, it's so, I would never, like,
but that's why I said there's a duality. So it was horrifying, but the other side of it is, like, I was very spoiled early on, because I had, like, Yucks, and, like, I was regular at Levity when I was living in Hamilton, so it was, like, again, probably the hottest room in the province. I was very spoiled, and I thought I was very good very early. Yeah. And then you get around and do some shows and some bar shows in Hamilton, which, again, aren't inherently, like, fucking horror. Some of them were, obviously, from time to time. But, like, there's bar shows. Yeah. And then I would do shows in St. Catharines. And, like, the club there was, like, really good.
What's the club in St. Catharines?
So it's
it's
Spotlight now. It was Showtime when I did it.
Okay.
And Showtime was good. It was really good. It was like levity light. That's how I felt about it. It wasn't as hot, but it was good room.
Yeah.
So I'd feel good there. And then I'd do some bar shows out there in the same. I'm like, okay, there's a difference between a club show and a bar show. It's like, no shit.
Like,
club people are like paying tickets to watch comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
People who've gone to the bar have gone to drink.
They've gone to the bar. Like I did a show. I did a show in Guelph. I drove with a Hamilton comic. He's like, you know, hey, we're doing a show in Guelph. Do you want to come? I was newer. You'd been around the scene for 6 or 7 years at the time. So I was like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. And it was Dan Brennan. You know Dan Brennan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Dan Brennan. He's like, oh, hey, you want to go to Guelph? I was like, yeah, okay, sick. So we go to Guelph. It's at a Shoeless Joe's.
Oh, shit.
There's 3 people in the audience.
Right.
One of which got kicked out for being too drunk at a Shoeless Joe. You know how hammered you have to be to get drunk at a Shoeless Joe's? That's where you go to get drunk. That's where you go to get hammered in peace. And you got 2 drunk guys, Shoeless Joe's, and we just ended up making it like a workshop type mic. That was it. So it's like there are shows like that.
Yeah.
What's the worst? What's like the hardest, like weirdest show you've ever done?
The weirdest show I did?
Yeah.
I used to go to Keys a lot when it was still in a rooming
Keys
house.
is hot.
Yeah.
Keys, the OG Keys was like electric.
So one night I went and there was just 2 guys in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this dude and his uncle. And then I don't know, like I also, it was summer, so I was just wearing like a little skirt, a little top. And then I don't know, like when you're a woman, sometimes like you walk into a room and you're like, I'm not wearing enough clothes. Because
probably.
If you walk into a room with other women dressed like you, that's normal. But if you walk into a room with like 2 fully clothed men and you're wearing like a little outfit, and then I just had to stand in front of them and just do a set, and I was just like,
that mic stand's looking like a
weird.
real long pole at that point, and you're like, ah, not what I signed up for.
I could get paid a lot more
Yeah.
somewhere else for this. But I appreciate all those shows with a small number of people, because it does like dial you into the audience and teach you like a little bit of humility and just to like just to have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
That's the character building. Their character building, yeah, for sure. I have the one that rings off the top of my head is the worst show, or like just most of a disaster. It was out in Beamsville, Ontario.
I don't even know.
It's like between St. Catharines and Hamilton.
Okay.
It's this tiny little spot. I drove down my buddy Johnny. Shout out Johnny. He's a fucking good guy. Love Johnny. But he put on this spot in Beamsville where he was living at the time. And he's like, yeah, we'll get you down. And I said, hey, if I can bring another comic like who can drive, can they do a spot? And he went, yeah, no problem. So I bring Shane DuPont.
Nice.
So Shane DuPont and I drive down to Beamsville. We're like, okay, we'll get a little bit of money from this. You know, road gigs, they'll at least pay your gas or whatever, you know. So we're like, okay, a little different experience. Small town crowds are usually easier than big city crowds. They're usually just way easier to appease because you're the first entertainment they've had in 10 years. So they're just happy something's going on. And we get closer, like, where is this? Where is this, in a bar or whatever? It's in a pizza joint.
Oh no.
Oh no is right. And we go, okay, it's in this pizza joint. And we pull up. There's a few comics that I kind of recognize outside. And we're all comics. We're all just, we know we're going to say some fucked up stuff and whatever. And I walk in, and there's 2 tables. One table of like 2 like teenage boys. And then another table is just a family of 4. Like the most wholesome family I've ever seen. Like mother, father, daughter, son. Jeez. Like the most wholesome family of 4 I've ever seen. And then I was like, and that was it. And we were like, oh no. What are we going to do? And then they're like, yeah, we're going to have a comedy show. We're going to start it in 10 minutes. And I can see the dad going, check, please. I'm like, yeah, that's a good call, Dad. That's a good dad. I'm like, that's a good dad, and I respect it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is going to be bad. So they leave, and we're setting up and doing whatever. We go, what's going on? Where's like the stage mic, like anything like that? oh, we're just going to go in this corner. We don't have a mic today. Everyone forgot to bring a mic.
Oh, shit.
So we're just like...
I've never done
We're just like preaching.
Mic.
We're just like preaching with no mic.
The preachers in Dundas Square have fucking mics.
That's what I'm saying. We're just raw dogging it. We're just raw dogging. I don't know what to do without like this. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. This is awful.
Fuck.
And then I'm just like making jokes. I'm just like, hey, your dad's an alcoholic, right? And then these kids are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about? And I'm like, oh my God. Weird... Yeah, they're probably like 17-year-old boys or something. Christ. They just wanted to slice, and they just like, just people older than them trying to be cool, just talking to them.
Oh my God.
And yeah, and it was we got out of there and we were like, holy shit, that's one we're laughing about, like, that's just one for the record, man. Like, that, it is what it is.
Did they pay for your gas?
They did, yeah. Okay. No, all in all, I just kicked the light, my bad. All in all, it like worked out for us like that way. It was no problem, and like, I'll go and do Johnny's show like anytime, and like Johnny, he's a good friend. He's welcome with me anytime up here in Toronto. Like, nothing like bad, but I'm just saying, like, as a show, where like this is wild. I did one other. I have one other one that I forgot. I did with a mic. That was in Aurelia.
What the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never?
No. Where's Aurelia?
Past Barrie, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was like, it was kind of like this out. It was like drizzling and miserable, but it was a little bit colder. It was but it was like this, pretty much, almost exactly.
What was the venue? Like what kind of?
Oh my God! It's like a
bar?
Great Lakes Lodge or like something like that. Oh. Fuck, I don't remember. Country Lodge, something like that. Something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but it's like, it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
It's a smaller venue.
I guess, you know what I've had happen is the mic was fucking up, and then you just do it to the audience. Which,
you just got to raw dog it. It sucks.
Yeah.
The mic is your power. It's like your, you know?
Yeah. It's something weird too. Like when there's no, like you want to walk up on a stage and you want to have a mic. It's part of like the theater of it. It helps you like switch it on.
It does.
And be the boss of the room. And you have to like work a lot when you don't have those
100%. Your mic is your power. I swear to God. When you hold that thing, you have the command of the room, and just holding it, you're like, if I get my mic cut, I'll still hold the mic because I'll still feel like.
We gotta wrap this up, but real quick, do you ever sit down on stage?
Rarely.
Okay.
Rarely.
I've never sat down for a second on stage. I would never do that.
I do the shock show, obviously. So I sit down there when I do that.
Oh, they put a shock collar on you.
Yeah.
And if the other guy isn't getting laughs from the audience, you get shocked.
Correct. Yeah.
That's at back room.
So that's at back room. Yeah. So Dimmy started that show and he's in Europe, so someone's got to take over. So
nice. I might come by.
So this is how crazy this is. So Brandon Sobel was like, he was like, Dimmy's going to Europe. I need a replacement. So he started asking people. And then by the time he found me, he asked me and I said yes. And he went, good. He goes, I started asking people. And then he goes, when I thought of you, I stopped asking people. He's like, because I know you're a psycho and you're going to want to get shocked. And I was like, you nailed it. You actually nailed it, man. Like, fuck, I was born for this jackassery, unfortunately.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this will come out next week. Is there anything we should plug that's after next week?
That's after next week. Honestly, I'm moving away like at the end of the month.
Oh, right, because you're going on your cruise.
So should
we check out your socials?
Yeah, at Sauce Appleyard. At Sauce Appleyard on Instagram, Steve Appleyard on Facebook, Sauce Appleyard on every other thing, YouTube, and like fucking, what's that called? I shouldn't be saying what's that called on my own socials, but like Threads.
Oh shit! Should I be on Threads?
I do. It's kind of like Twitter, but I never got into Twitter. I was too late.
Yeah.
I feel like I was too late, and so I'm like, I can't join now. Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, you can't join it when it's like after it became X. I feel like that's a fucking good rule, right? Like that's pretty bad. So, but Threads is like Facebook's answer to Twitter.
Okay.
So I'm on, basically when I post anything on my Instagram, it goes right there. And then I have some random stupid bullshit that I feel like I could put out there, and it'll make me famous overnight, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I want to hear more about your journey on this boat. I hope you post.
That's the goal. I want to post like a maniac and hopefully get a following from that.
Okay.
Being the guy who's like boat comic life, like,
yeah,
and hopefully like,
it's such a weird.
Yeah.
I want to hear boat drama.
Yes. So I'm hoping that's what makes me a little bit of a popularity, gets me a little bit popular, and then when I can come back, I can tour and be like, hey guys, remember the stuff I said about the boat? I got more boat stuff for you. And then hopefully people will buy tickets to that. So
I love it. Okay, thank you so much for being on, Steve.
No, thanks for having me. This is a blast. I can't believe it's been. You're like, we gotta wrap up. I'm like, damn, I barely got into my shit. Holy. Thank you for having me. I'll come back anytime.
Awesome.
Not that you're inviting me, but thanks, Karen.
Thanks.